if you think about what happened in the last century, what 20th century was all about, I could sum it down to a phrase: expect the unexpected. Because from the Great War, or the so-called First World War, and then Second World War, and the post-World War scenario filled with the drama that was Cold War, and so much more that happened in that little period, uh, and where we are today, uh, you must have to accept that this whole expectation thing really worked out very well in the 20th century. People thought that there will be cordless phone, and they got cordless phone. By the 60s, there was a hint that internet will be functional, not just for military use but for public use, and that was the reality. By 1990s, almost everybody had a hint of what internet was. So today, when we look at what 21st century is all about, I can't imagine but accept that 21st century is all about consumption of content. Strange as it may sound, but if you really look around, it's all about content. From boring sectors like banking and insurance to exciting, like really gungo sectors like technology and so and so forth. Like they're all driven by human instinct to consume content. So when you look around you and you see that everybody is consuming content, and if that wasn't scary enough, because it is scary uh, when content is deciding so much, and if that wasn't scary enough, the scarier part is everybody is a content creator. You, me, everybody. Like, if you think you're not a content creator, you are mistaken. Just putting out one tweet out there makes you a content creator, because you are creating something. It could be in a textual format or a visual format or an audio visual format, anything. You're putting it out there in public. You are a content creator. And if you think that it is restricted to your age group, maybe 18 to 35, you're again mistaken. Even your dad, who has been using WhatsApp for the past, let's say, 5 years, 3 years, 4 years, and if he puts out a message, it could be as banal as morning, good morning message. And if he puts it out there, he's already a content creator, because he's connecting with uh, similar minded people from his age category via WhatsApp. And they've understood that this content means something. It might not mean much to you and me, because we don't care about morning messages, but maybe they do. And they've created this content which somehow means something, and they are reciprocating. So by this logic, by this yardstick, everybody is a content creator, and I'm not sure whether it's a positive or a negative place, because every generation goes through some level of evolution on so many level, and I'm sure that the consumption of content plays a big role in what 21st century is all about. And if you really zoom in, you'll see that we are just getting started. We are in 2021, and so much has already been decided by the advent of internet, by the spread of social media. Now imagine how the rest of this century will be. We are barely getting started, 20 years, and I wonder what could be the threshold of of consumption of content. Because if you really look into the dynamics of how everything is revolving around content, you might want to ask yourself, are you consuming content, or is the content consuming you? Because in an ideal world, you should be consuming content, and you should have the agency to decide whether to say yes or no. But is that happening? Right now, it seems like we are being consumed by content. If you think that pop-up ads or push notifications are scary, or if not scary, irritating, just imagine how it would be like in the not so distant future. And that thought says a lot about us. It says a lot about where we are going as a species. And it might be exciting to a lot of people, but maybe at the same time, it might be a, a call to step back and see whether we are really going in the direction we want to.